Okay, well, hello everybody. Welcome to module 3 of your crypto cow mining farm business. Whoever thought you would grow up to be a farmer, and here you are, uh, farming for crypto cows. All right, yeah. Today, we're gonna go through and talk a lot about setting up your machines and your configurations. Uh, yeah, I know for most of you probably don't have your hardware yet. For those of you who order, just to give you some updates. So I guess 2 weeks ago, has it been a week or two ago? I don't remember when it was that I told you about the Bitmain price being really cheap. They went on sale for like $400 something for an L3 machine. If you remember that, well, they have raised the price since then. Now it's $600 something now. So raise it by, I think it's about 150 bucks or something like that. It's still a great deal. I'm planning to buy more after we get off this call. Actually, I've been having challenges to buy machines because of the situation with my bank account got shut down. My Bank of America account got shut down, and so I have to move to a different bank and transfer. Getting the money out of Bank of America, transfer to a new bank. So I've been dealing with all of that and get all of that stuff ready. And all of that's done now, so I can actually go and buy more machines now. I like to buy machines from my business account, so I can expense them off, rather than trying to buy it with crypto or trying to buy it from personal account. It's a little bit more tricky to do that. But all right, well, we're going to start by answering a few questions, and then we'll rock and roll from there. Okay. Oh, let me see. I want to move the screen here. Wrong way. This way. Over here a little bit. There we go. Some questions. Okay. First question: can two Litecoin machines run on one 110 outlet with a 20 amp breaker? Okay, Brooke says, can you go through the order process like shipping, custom, brokerage, taxes? Okay, good. Well, I'll do that in a little bit. Okay, so so first of all, different Litecoin machine. Not all Litecoin machines are created equal. Okay, so I want to show you something right now. So here is an example. This is one of the Litecoin machine. This one is called an Antminer L3 Plus. Okay, this one is from Bitmain, and this particular one can run on 110 volt outlet. And however, I have another kind of Litecoin machines right here with me. This one here doesn't have any name brand on it, okay? But this is called a BW, and this BW L21 is the make and model of that. And the BW does not run on 110 volt. It runs on 220, anywhere from 208 to 240, basically. So I'm gonna assume that you're talking about the Antminer L3 Litecoin machines, about running them on 110 volts. Okay, so to answer your question, the answer is yes, especially on a 20 amp breaker. Most 110 volt runs on, most 110 volt are either 10 amp or 15 amp breakers. So if it's a 10 amp, you can only run one L3 machine at the 110 volts. If it's a 10 amp that's a 220 volt or 208 or 240, then yeah, you can run two of them. But you know, the lower voltage, the high amperage is going to be. And so I'm going to show you something here really cool. Okay. Okay. Here is a couple screenshots of, let me see, I hope you can see it clearly. Let me try to open it up a little bit. All right, so up here is, up here is an L3 machine, okay? That's normal, meaning I didn't overclock it, okay? And it's at the 208 volts, or you know, it fluctuates just a little bit, but at 208 it runs, as you can see here, 4.1 amp. That also fluctuates a little bit, but about 4 point something amps, right? So if you have if you're running at 208 and you have a 20 amp breaker, you know, that means that you can run 4 of these on one 20 amp breaker, and you'll be fine. And you know, on 110 you kind of get half of that. So if I didn't measure it here, but if I was to measure this, you know, running at 110 volt, this number here would probably get closer to 1600 watts, and this number here would get around 8 amps. Okay, so you know, so if you have 8 amps for each machine times 2, that's 16 amps on a 20 amp breaker. You know, that's about max it out. Okay. All right, now down here, this one is overclock, and overclock means that I'm running the machines at a higher frequency. Okay, so that means that the machine is working harder, hashing more, and they do run hot. You know, they do run hotter than the non-overclock one. And also too, like when you overclock your machines, you do void the manufacturer warranty. Okay, so if you don't, if you're, you know, if you don't know how to fix these machines, if you don't, you know, if you're unsure, you're not technical, don't worry about the overclocking. Just set it up like normal. Okay, you know, because I am a lot more technical, I can repair these machines if I need to. You know, I don't mind as much if they void the manufacturer warranty. Okay, so I'll, you know, I'll overclock them so that way they have a higher hashing power for me to you know, for, which means I make more money per machine than the people who don't overclock them. Okay. What is this PF power? Oh, the model number. Yeah. I bought this off of Amazon. This little thing here. So I don't, let me see if you can see the brand, but it's spelled ZHURUI-Tech, ZHURUI-Tech, PR10 power recorder. It's a handy little tool. I like it a lot. That that records these, you know, these things. So there you have it. You know, so that's how you can tell, like, based on, if you don't have one of these recorders, then you can just check on the manufacturer specs. That gives you an idea. If you have one of these recorders, then, you know, it tells you specifically, right, for, you know, as it's running. And so but that's how you do your calculation. That's how you know, just think an L3 Litecoin machines run about, 4.5 amp on 208. So that would be, about, 8 to 9 amp on 110 volts. Okay, so that way if you have, that's how you do your calculation with the amperage. Cool? All right. a similar question regarding Bitcoin machines. How many Bitcoin machines can run on one 220 outlet? So again, not all Bitcoin machines are created equal. I'm just going to assume that that you're talking about the Antminer S9. There are quite a number of manufacturers that makes these machines. On the first on the first call we did, we went through a number of those manufacturers. Excuse me. Um, but so let's look at the power rating and answer your question. Okay. So first here, we don't know what the amperage you're talking about here. Is it, 220 volt, but is it, 15 amp, 10 amp, 20 amp, 30 amp? What is it, right? So for the sake of now, I'm just going to assume that it's a 20 amp like you had up here, okay, 20 amp. So at as a 20 amp breaker, okay, you have so here's a couple of different models, but the variation, as you can see, is not that much different. So let's just say 7.5 amps at 208 volts. Okay, it's going to be similar to that with 220 volts, built just a little bit less amperage with the 220. As you go up in volts, the amp gets reduced a little bit. But let's just, for now, just assume 7.5. So 7.5 amp for one machine. So if you have a 220 outlet with 20 amps, that means that you can have at least two of them, right? So because 7.5 times 2 is 15, right? So that's 15 amp total. That still gives you 5 amps left for fluctuations to happen. You don't want to max out your amperage. It's recommended that you do within 80%. So if you have a 20 amp breaker, let me calculate what 80% of that would be. 20 times 80, that's 16, okay? So you don't want to use more than 16 amps because these machines are running 24/7. That's called constant load. It's not like, a washer machine where it turns on and off, and, or a dryer machine, right? Goes on and off. It's not running 24/7. Unlike these are, these are 24/7. So it's a little bit different. Okay, where am I? All right, so that's how you calculate amperage and breakers. Okay, worst case scenario, if you overload a breaker, it just trip, and then you learn not to do it. Okay, but that's pretty much it. It's not, it's not a big deal if you put too many machines on one breaker and then it trips. All right. Next question. I have considered ordering 2 machines from Bitmain, but I do not know how to configure the machines once received. Are there resources available for configuring the machines and my network for monitoring? Okay, so there are resources out there. You have and we're gonna go through some of the configurations today. Depending on the mining pool that you decide to use, the configuration varies, right? They change a little bit. And so I'm gonna, for the purpose of this call, I'm just gonna teach you, how to configure it based on a couple mining pools configuration that is more common. And then, so if you decide to go with one that is that uses a different setup, then you just have to look at their help file on their website to learn how to do it, or Google it. Okay, so we'll go over that. But since we'll talk about ordering, we can go to ordering, which answers Brooks's questions here about the ordering process. Let me go to Bitman right now. Okay. Oops. Another thing about showing you. Also, you know, when you're on 110, your power plug is going to be different, okay, than if you're on 220, right? So this is like a normal 110 plug right here. For the 220, this is a 20 amp 220. See, notice how they're different, okay? All right. So this particular one, this is a 20 amp plug, all right, that I use for the 220 volt. And yeah, you use a different connector so that way you don't accidentally connect, you know, a 110 volt one over to a 220, 110 volt device over 220, or 220 volt device back to 110. That's the main purpose. You know, if you're doing it from home, nobody's messing with you. So it's for your own sake, I guess, to be careful. When you do it at an office like mine, where you know the city inspector might come anytime, then you know you got to make sure everything is up to code. I want to show you a couple things here. So this is how a 30 amp, okay, this is a 30 amp plug looks like. Okay, this particular, this is called a PDU. Okay, it's a pretty big, you know, data centers use these things, and you know, as it using, it'll tell you how many amps the device is using as well. And this particular PDU is for 110 volts. Okay, but I run all of my machines on 220 volts, not on 110, because the machines run, you know, better that way. But again, this is a 30 amp thing, and the 30 amp PDUs, they look a little bit different. Okay, like the plug here to the PDU, as you can see, it's a little bit different. Okay. Well, that's pretty much it. So you can find, you know, some of them, they come different brands, but yeah, they come different brands, but you know, some of them, they go for about $100 on Amazon, that you can order. These, like the APC brand, those are more expensive. They're like $300. The chip light, I don't remember. I bought these used from a company that I guess took down a bunch of their web servers, so I got a good deal, so I bought a bunch of them. Okay, all right, now let's go to order. Let's go to Bitman. Okay. All right. Let's look at some. Okay, so here's some Bitcoin miners. Here, some Bitcoin Ant miners. Oh man, look like they raised their price more. Jeez. Yeah. So apparently Bitman been raising their price, you know, little by little here. Okay. So let's just say, I don't know, let's pick one. Let's pick this guy. Let's say we're gonna order this. So when you order this, you want to also order the power supply, okay? And sometimes they'll make you to order it separately in 2 separate orders, because if if the, let's see when this is shipping. If the batch date doesn't match each other, okay. So May 10th is the next shipping. What are we now? April 1st. Okay, May 10th is the next shipping. You know, then yeah, so you, in this case it matches, so it lets you order in one in one order versus if you had to order in separate orders. Okay, okay. Let's see. So let's just say I'm gonna order one of these. All right, go to add. Okay. You have to log in. Okay. This particular account, I don't have any coupons on here, but if it was an account that I did have coupons, okay, so here you can put in whatever quantity that you might want. Okay, you go to checkout. Okay, and then since I don't have any available coupons on this account, nothing shows up. But if you have coupons, then they'll show up and they'll allow you to select the coupons that you have to apply toward this. Okay. The account that I'm logging in now this is actually one of my mining pool accounts and not my ordering account. That's the reason why I don't have any coupons on here. But you know, you accept, you understand everything. Oh, yeah, I didn't put any address in, so you know, let me. Once you put in the address, you get to select either going to be shipped DHL, UPS, or FedEx. And normally I use FedEx because from Bittman to Houston, I found FedEx has been the least expensive. But but it's you wanna select different shipping method and see what it tells you which one is the least expensive. And as someone was telling me, like they were in Canada, I forgot who it was. I think it was it you, Brooks? Well, somebody told me they were in Canada, and I think it was DHL was cheaper. So, anyways, let's see here, Texas, cane sugar land. I'm just gonna put just anything for now. I know sometimes like you have to put some kind of number in here. I'm just gonna, because if only digits. I don't bother putting the rest, but sometimes I'm like with my other account, if I don't put something here, it errors out on me. So let's see if it'll work on this account. Okay, good. All right, great. So now I have choices, right? So, so let's say if I choose UPS, let's see. It says my shipping cost would have been $204. Okay. If I chose DHL, generate shipping DHL takes 3 to 5 days. However, spot custom checks can lead up to 2 weeks in delay. Blah blah blah. Get your custom thing in place. Okay. So DHL is $146. And if I select FedEx, okay, which FedEx asked me for my EIN tax ID number, that's what it's saying. Yeah, see this is where you have to put in that 1, 2, 3 thing before they let, you know, just like any number before they let you go through with FedEx. Okay. All right. So now FedEx shipping is $168. So in this case, with only one machine, FedEx is is not cheaper, right? What was that? Was it DHL that was the cheapest? Let me see. So FedEx is 146. DHL is also one. So it's about the same. Okay. So UPS is the more expensive one. There you go, 204. Okay. So, you know, and if you order more quantity, the shipping is going to be different. I didn't realize, I've never bought just one before. I didn't realize the shipping was so expensive to buy just one. Yeah, okay. Let me see here. All right, so I'm just gonna select FedEx again, accept, submit. Please, I can't read the rest. I'm just gonna say how to read. Oh, okay. 40 divided by 2 is 20. Okay, there we have it. All right, so I'm supposed to choose a payment method. I can pay US wire, okay, which I'd have to go into the bank and send in the wire. I can pay with Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, or Bitcoin. Right? Obviously, if you pay with crypto, it's a lot faster, okay? So whatever it is that you choose, you click on submit. If you don't pay within the time that you're supposed to pay, they're gonna cancel your order, okay? So let's just say I choose US wire, okay? And I click on submit, okay? They're going to give me like 3 days right here, okay? They give me 3 days to submit the proof of transfer. And if I don't submit the proof of transfer, this order will expire and cancel. Okay? And so, let's see here. Yeah. So if you do wire, one thing to be very important to do, okay? Because otherwise they might lose your wire and you can't track it, and it takes, you know, a long time for them to find your wire. Is that you make sure you put in your order number right here into you know, the message when you send out the wire. So because this is how they track that the wire came from you and not someone else. So this part here is super important. Okay? All right, so make sure you do that. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's the ordering process. You know, if you, yeah, and if you select, let me see if I can go back. Okay, let me go order something else now. And select, let's say I'm gonna order an S9. I'm planning to order some of these right here. And so say I'm gonna order one. Okay, and I'm gonna proceed. Okay, check out. Okay, if I have coupons, I would select the coupons here. Since I don't have any with this account, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna select the coin as payment for right now. Okay. Okay, please select shipping method. All right. Just for fun, I'm gonna select DHL for now. All right. 36 minus 3 is 33. Okay. All right. So just for fun, which crypto would you like me to select? Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin. Which one? Just for fun. Pick one. I don't care. Whoever's the first one to pick. Okay, Litecoin. Awesome. All right. All right. So so the amount due is 9.1 blah 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 Litecoin. Okay. I click on submit. It's gonna give me 1 hour to submit my order, or else they're going to cancel it. Okay. So Here's a QR code that I can send to, and here's a payment address that I can send to. And that's pretty much it. And if I don't send anything within an hour, it's going to expire. And when I go to my user center over here, okay. When I go to my user center and click on my sales order, so if I pay, then the status will say paid. And then if they ship, then they'll say ship. But if I don't pay, the status will stay unpaid, and this when it expires, this will become invalid. Okay, so it won't be valid. Right now, the order is still valid, but if I don't pay within the time frame, then it's going to become null and void. So you can play around with ordering without sending anything. There's no risk. You just don't pay them. Okay, so I guess that would be your homework for today. Like, go through this ordering process. Okay, was that? Oh yeah, tax. So when you receive it, you know, there'll be custom that you pay. I think it varies based on the shipment amounts, how much custom that you have to pay. But here in the U.S., I think it's roughly about $50 a machine or so, less than that. But I don't. I've never ordered just one machine, so I don't know. But yeah. But just let's just say $50. If you're in Canada, I believe it's a little bit more. But I don't know what that is. I don't have a Canadian address to send to. So, all right, is that good? You guys like that? Okay, let's switch back over to here. Okay. Oh yeah, and you know about. Let me see here. Brooks asks, does the courier, UPS, DHL do the brokerage service? I guess you pay them the custom. So it's not any of these courier, you're gonna pay that custom amount to them. You don't have to hire a broker, an export-import broker, or anything like that. Okay? So yes, they do offer that broker service. All right. So when you do get your machines, you know, and you need help set up beyond what we're going to talk about today, just, you know, email me, and we'll either me or my, someone on my team will help you accordingly. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the physical setup of these machines. So this is fairly simple. Okay. First, you have the power cable, right? That you're gonna connect into. This is a different power supply than the normal Bitman power supply. So if yours looks different, don't worry. As long as it's a power supply, you're okay. So you only have two cables. You have this power cable, and you have this Ethernet cable. I'm trying to open it up here. There we go. All right, we're gonna connect it to here. Okay, so power cable, Ethernet cable, and power cable, obviously you're gonna plug that into power, and Ethernet cable, you're going to plug it into either your internet router or switches. Like, let's say this one, that's an example. All right, so imagine this is your internet router. Okay, your internet router normally only have just a few of these, 5 or so. If you have more machines, then you're gonna need one of these switches. This switch will connect to your internet router, and then the machines will connect to a switch like that. Okay, so one of the cables here is gonna go to your router, but if you were to imagine that this is your router, then yeah, so then the machine connects to here, which is where they get access to the internet. These machines do not use Wi-Fi, so you can't just go through the Wi-Fi, and unless you hook it up to a special Wi-Fi device or something. But it's not worth going through all of that. Just connect it to your router, you'll be fine. Okay, so once you connect it to your the internet, okay, you might not know what the IP address is, and so you're gonna use a software like this one. The one that I use is called Angry IP Scanner. Okay. Let's see here, why it's hidden somewhere. I'll go find it. Where's my Angry IP Scanner? Oh, I'm getting some error. Okay, well, I can't show you. I don't know why I'm getting this question mark here. Okay. All right, hold on here. I'm gonna see if I can find it here. Angry IP. Angry. Okay. So I just went ahead and hold on here. Okay. All right. So I open up another instance of this Angry IP Scanner. Okay. I believe it works for both Windows and Mac. It shouldn't matter. Okay. So whatever IP address that your machine, that your network works on, if you're not sure what your IP address is or what range it is, you can check on your computer for what it might be. Is Windows is a little bit different, Mac is a little bit different. How you check for your IP address. But once you find what that IP address range is for your computer, you can put it here. All right. So for example, let's say on mine here, network. So I know, like, here, the IP address for this computer is 192.168.1.248. So I know it's within, .1 to .254, okay, would be the range. So let's say, so if I go, you can do 0 or you can do 254 here. So, but basically, all of my, all of the computers and machines that are on this network, when I hit this, it's gonna pick them up. Okay, so here it picks up all of my machines. So if there's nothing, okay, so if you see blue like this, that means that IP address could possibly be one of your machines. Okay, and so if you don't see anything, then that means that your computer didn't pick up in your network. I mean, your machine's not pick up yet. Okay, so I'm just gonna assume that let's say point, doesn't matter. I'll take one of these. One of these is your machines. Okay, so I'm gonna take that 121. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. 192. I can use that, but whatever. Okay. Oh, I said 121, right? I wonder if I have anything on it. No, actually, I want to go to 221 or 2, whatever, 2 212. Sorry. I'm trying to think like which machines to show you because I have different type of machine. I want to show you one that matches with the L3s. Okay, so based on, so let me go back over here. So imagine yours, you're not gonna have all of these pop up like this, okay? Mine is because I have a lot of machines, but so here's some of my Antminers, right? So let's say 212, okay? Let's say 212 popped up, and so I'm gonna go here. So it's gonna, ask you to log in. The default username and password is root and root, okay? And you're gonna log in. And so this is what it looks like after you log in. You're gonna click on minor configuration, okay? And then you're gonna put in the mining pool that you're using, okay? So if you're on via BTC, then this will be the address, Stratum, okay? If you go on via BTC, they will, let me go here, go home. You go to your pool, you log in, you go to the LTC pool, you click on home, and you scroll down a little bit, and they'll give you that address right here, okay? That's where you get this information. And then the worker name is, whatever your username is. And then the worker ID is the name that you want to name that machine. So, where was I? Okay. So in this case, right, my username is Bitcoin Billionaire. That's my goal, by the way. And I named the machine based on the IP address. So you notice how 212 here matches with 212 here. Okay. L3 tells me it's the L3 and not a BW or some other machine. Okay. And for via BTC, it doesn't matter what you put in the password, so you can just put in X. For some, some other configuration that you might have to put in a different kind of password, but for via BTC you don't. Okay, so that's pretty much it, and then you save it from here. Save and apply, and it'll save. Okay, and then you can go here. This gives you the status of your machine. Notice I'm running at default frequency is 384, but I overclock it to 450, so that's why you see that. When it's showing 0 like this, it means it's working. If it shows an X, it means it's not working. Okay. So look at my hash rate right now is 588. The advertised hash rate on Bitmain's website, when you go and buy it, so if you don't overclock, see the advertised hash rate is only 504, okay? Because I overclock mine, I have a higher hash rate, okay? Network is where you can configure the IP. So by default, your machine is set to DHCP, which means that your router automatically assigns the IP address to the machine. When you have, 1, 2, that's not a big deal. But when you have a lot of machines like me, it'll be a nightmare because I don't know what machine, is, what machine is what number. So I'd like to set mine to static, and I align my machines up, and then so I number them accordingly, and half the IP matches with the. So I'll give you an example. Okay, so not only do I name the IP address to match with the machine name, but I also use a number. See that? So I'll label both the machine and the power supply the same, so that way I know exactly which machine is which. Okay. So if I want to get access to 116 or 212, you know, I can do that very quickly without having to use the IP scanner and try to figure it out. All right, that's pretty much it. I mean, can you see, like, so really there's only two configurations you're doing. One is the mining pool configuration, and two is the IP address configuration. That's if you don't want to leave it as DHCP. If you only have a couple machines, you can even just leave it at DHCP, no big deal. Okay, you don't even have to change this. You just have to update this, and that's it. Okay. You can put multiple pools in here if you want, so that way if one goes down, it switch over to the next and switch over to the next. I normally don't do that because, you know, I try to find pool that doesn't go down much. And I don't like them to switch because it's easier for me to control them, not like me switching them rather than the machine trying to switch them automatically. Okay, that's pretty much it. I mean, you know, the so if you're, you know, if you're on via BTC and then your setup is just that simple. With other, like for example, if you have pro hashing, you know, your setup will be a little bit different. Let me see if I can find a machine that perhaps the setup might be different, okay? Okay, so Litecoin pool is very similar to via BTC, so not much different. Okay, let me go to Ant pool is also pretty much the same. Come on. Find one that is different. It's also an Ant pool. Let me see what number this is, 215. Let me show you pro hashing. Okay, so pro hashing setup is just a little bit different. Notice that the username is still the same there, but the name of the machine, instead of being here, right after the username, is down here where the password is. Okay, so n equals, you know, the name of the machine. Okay, so that, yeah, and then if you use okay, let me go to, because NiceHash is a different setup, so let me show you that. 217. Now, normally I am not, you know, I don't have, I'm not on so many different mining pools like that, okay? I'm typically only on one or two mining pools. So the configuration between my different machines are not so different. The reason why you see it is I purposely set it up this way so that way I can show it to you, and I can also show you what I'm doing to test or how I test that. But notice NiceHash setup is a little bit different, okay? The link is a little bit different. And then you have to put in your NiceHash wallet address instead of, you know, instead of your username. And then, you know, you still have the machine name at the end here, and the password is X, okay? All right, so that's that for setting up and configuring the pools. Let me check here, make sure you guys don't have questions. Yeah, I'm in here. Hold on. I'm closing. Yeah, thanks. Yes, thanks. Yeah. All right. Okay, sorry about that. It's my my co-worker here at the office. They're about to leave, so they just wanted to let me know. Okay, so where am I? All right, so I hope that was helpful. let me know if it is, that the setup was clear for you, the mining pool is clear. We're gonna go through, testing of different mining pools for now, okay? So, to make this training more powerful for you, I decided to take 20 machines and put 2 of them on each of these pools and test different things. I just started this yesterday, so I don't have the data yet, but certainly next week I'll be able to tell you, which pool gets more money and so on. Okay, so right now I have 2 L3s that are on Ant Pool with the PPLNS payout. I have 2 on Ant Pool with the PPS payout, 2 on BW with the PPS payout, 2 with the PPLNS. So I can test, the income from each one of them. And 2 on Via BTC with PPS Plus versus PPLNS. Okay. And notice how I don't have PPS up here and up here. It's because these pools don't offer PPS. So I'm just testing whatever they do offer, okay? Litecoin pool, they only offer PPS, so I only have 1. Pro Hashing and NiceHash, their payout is a little bit different. It's so I'm testing those. And then I'm also testing multi-pool LTC as well. I was running, this is a funny story, y'all. Remember, if you remember last week, I was talking about Verge being one of the better coins to mine. Well, yesterday, this literally just happened yesterday. Verge announced a partnership between them and a website called PointHub.com. Obviously, Point website that accepts Verge cryptocurrency. And everybody thought that announcement would have Verge go up in price. Well, it did the opposite. It went down. So, it was sitting at 9 cents a coin, and now it's down to 6 cents, a coin, something like that. Cheap. So for right now, at this very moment, I'm no longer mining for Verge. I put a pause on that until I figure out what's going to happen. So that's the thing, okay? But all of these other guys are mining for Litecoin. NiceHash, you don't have the option to get paid in Litecoin. By default, you get paid in Bitcoin. So that's just automatic, okay? Pro Hashing, you can select, whatever coins you want to get paid in. But all these other guys, they'll pay in Litecoin, okay? So, if you want to play around like what I'm doing and testing different ones, you're welcome to do that. If you're not sure, if you want to just stick with one, I have found, Litecoin pool to be good, Buy BTC to be good, Pro Hashing is good. I mean, yeah, they're all good. You just pick one. I would say out of all of these, I like Via BTC the most because they have a mobile app, and I know Antpool also has a mobile app, but I haven't played with the Antpool mobile app yet. Yes, they have a phone app, so I can manage it from there. So there you have it. All right, guys, have any questions for now? Okay, I'm gonna show you. So here is Litecoin pool. Okay, so as you can see, I have a couple of them here. This is the hash rate is showing right now. This is the average hash rate for the last 24 hours. Okay, number of shares. Okay. next when I have this call next week, I'll be able to show you more data of which one's the winner. Okay. So that, with Bitcoin mining machines, you have a website like this, poolprofit.io, that does those comparisons for you. With Litecoin, no one has done this comparison, so that's why I'm having to like test them all myself. Okay. But with with Bitcoin, like the S9, you can use this this website, poolprofit.io. All right, so here's my ant pool. I have 2 of them there. Okay, look at this one. This doesn't look right. Let me refresh it. Something's wrong here. Okay. The reason why I said something's wrong here, this is weird. This 205 machine, the last 10 minutes, it's mining at 915 megahash. That's not even possible. So I think this sounds more right. The last 30 minutes, mine at 593, 586. That sounds more right. Okay. And as you can see, these are on PPS right now. Okay. All right. Here's the BW. When you're using BW, make sure you switch over to English. Otherwise, by default, it's in Chinese. Okay. All right. So, similar situations here. Look, this is in Chinese. I don't even know what this means. And that's already setting it in English. Oh, wow. It probably means edit or something. So some of these websites are in Chinese. All right. So here's my via BTC. Okay. 2 machines, last hours, that's the average hash rate. So all the hash rates are about the same among these pools. Okay. This one looks a little low, 484. Why is that? So the cool thing that I like about pro hashing is that it automatically mines, like the most profitable coin at any given moment. Right now, it's mining Litecoin, but it can switch over to mining, Killer Coin, Leaf Coin, Viacoin, Rabbit Coin, whatever coins that I don't even know about. Okay, it just automatically mines it and pay you in whatever coin that you want to get paid in. And like right now, it's mining Digibytes. Right? See, now it's switching over to Litecoin. So it has an algorithm that detects at any moment, at any second, like which coin is most profitable to mine on, and it switched by itself, just like that. See that? All right. So it's a cool thing about pro hashing. But remember, if you're gonna use pro hashing, make sure you donate 1%, okay? Because otherwise, your pro hashing goes down a lot. It's kind of stupid the way they do that, but hey, it's business. Okay. NiceHash. NiceHash works a little bit differently. They actually sell your hashing power rather than like you're actually mining. The way NiceHash pays you is that people pay for that hashing power, and and that's how you get paid. So it's a little bit different. All right, this is multi-pool. Okay, so like I said, I was mining for Verge, but I've switched over to mining for Litecoin now. Okay, let's look at what these coins are doing. Look, Verge is up here again. Yay, good to see that. Even though their price is down super a lot, but it's still ranked number 2 right now. So that's good. Good to know. It wasn't earlier today, but maybe it's doing better now. So I might let me see here. I'm looking on my phone here for how Verge is doing. because that was scary. It dropped. It after that announcement, it I mean it did a big drop. Um, it went all the way up to almost 12 cents a coin, and now it's down to 6 cents a coin. You're like, I mean, that's dropping 50%. It's crazy. So, um, but but according to this, obviously, it's still making more money than if you're just mining Litecoin, even after the drop in price. Okay. Let me see what to mine. I think they're saying this. Yeah, Verge is also higher on what to mine as well. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, that's yeah. So that's what I got for you for today. I hope you are learning a lot and are implementing. Definitely ordering your machines and having them arrive soon. And yeah, and you know, as we go through the week, if you have any questions, just email me. If you have trouble ordering machines or whatever, just let me know, and we'll go from there. All right. Do you have any last question that I can answer for now before we end this webinar for today, this training for today? Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for being on this training. I hope you, um, go and practice. Okay. Practice some of this, even if you don't have a machine yet. Practice signing up for the mining pool. Practice, trying to order through Bitmain. Just practice different things. Okay. Can't wait for you guys to have your machines up and running. All right. With that, you have an awesome evening and weekend, and I'll see you on the next training. All right, bye-bye for now.